Hello everyone and welcome back. I'm your host, Veteran Mountain Man, and it's another Regulatory Tuesday. So this is Oregon Public Broadcasting here, and I know this is a website, but this is their website. And as you can see by the headlines, Oregon counties float ordinances to limit state gun control laws. Yes, it has come to this in the state of Oregon. Portland, Salem, and Eugene have very progressive liberal groups that live there. And those groups are mostly transplants from other states and try to force these progressive ideologies on the rest of the state. It's one of the reasons Oregon has had a Democrat governor for so long. Most of Oregon is actually very conservative and fairly laissez-faire. They don't really care who you are or what you're doing, just don't hurt other people. But now, places like Columbia County, which are well outside of the major Portland, Salem, and Eugene areas, are having to push to pass ordinances to protect their Second Amendment rights. And it's even led to a group called the Oregon Second Amendment Preservation Ordinances. It's created this concept because prior to a few years ago, this wasn't even an issue. Oregon was very laissez-faire about guns. But now, every time I turn around, somebody's trying to push a new gun control law. And one of the ones that has really caused an issue is Initiative Petition 43, which will ban semi-automatic weapons throughout the state of Oregon. Now, Initiative Petition 44 will require that all weapons be sold with a trigger lock, all weapons have to be stored with a trigger lock, and all weapons have to be transported with a trigger lock. And it has to be one that is approved by the ordinance. So, now, here we go into several different things that have happened, and Oregon Public Broadcasting actually covers this very horribly. They try to downplay the fact that this is a very popular movement outside of Portland to be pushing for ordinances to protect Second Amendment rights. Mostly because they don't want to admit that people in Oregon like their Second Amendment rights. Now, this is not the first time something like this has happened. In 2015, Coos County tried to push an ordinance that went to voters restricting funding for gun laws passed by state lawmakers here in Oregon. And the fact that the local governments and the local cities that are much smaller are at war with their state government should show you that something's wrong. Now, there are 6 counties that have done quite a bit trying to stop gun control laws. And Initiative Petition 43 is still going forward to push gun control on the citizens. But many people don't want to talk about it. Now, I'm expecting Petition 43 to pass, realistically. And I don't expect that these local ordinances are going to fix anything, which is one of the reasons I'm looking at leaving the state. But I'm wanting to warn anybody who lives in a state that has a high Democrat population. When you start seeing this stuff going on in your state, it means that there's a fundamental problem, and it means one of two things. Either it's time to get serious, or it's time to leave. And that's why I'm looking at leaving. Well, I want to thank you all again for joining me. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, or thumbs up and subscribe. Also, don't forget to catch me on my other social media sites. As a side note, I am not going to be accepting subscriptions through Maker Support for a while until they get their issues resolved. And as always, have yourself a wonderful day.